Hello there. I hope that you are doing well. Welcome to the 2024 mentorship. Within this mentorship, you will be given the opportunity to witness my internal dialogue whilst I'm navigating the largest financial markets out there. This mentorship is an addition to the ones that know our private community, but that does not mean that you need to be a member of TOTK in order to benefit from this mentorship. Okay, the people within TOTK have received access to 1 year worth of educational content from my side in terms of trade breakdowns and week reviews. But that doesn't mean that you are required to study that information in order to gain benefit from this mentorship. I will start all the way at the beginning. So that means I'm going to start at the level 0 in terms of knowledge. And I'm slowly going to take you with me to level 10 in terms of understanding. The way that this mentorship will be structured is through the following manner, and that's all I'm going to discuss within this introduction lecture. The mentorship is going to consist of 2 daily reviews. One review at the beginning of the week and one review towards the end of the week. Next to that, you will receive access to one weekend review. Within this weekend review, my expectations for the upcoming week will be shared. Then, during the first daily review of the week, we will look at whether or not the markets are following the analysis or if our analysis has to be adjusted. Then, during the second daily review, which will probably get shared on either Wednesday or Thursday, we will look at the weekly delivery thus far and think to ourselves, okay, is the market delivering as outlined? Are our targets being hit? What could this signal for the remainder of the week? So, in terms of what could this be for Thursday and Friday? It's important to note that all of these reviews will be made in video format, so in lecture format to be precise. They will be around 20 to 30 minutes long each time, but I'm giving myself permission to also rant to you guys. I'm trying to be as objective as possible, and you can see that within the tags on our platform as well. Our platform works greatly, it's customized, it's built by us and for us. There's no other educational source where you have access to such a platform in which you can structurally study the content, because lectures are going to get tagged. That means that each lecture is going to consist of a tag that you can search up on. So, for example, let's say that you're interested in studying the market make buy model. What you can then do is go to our platform and say, okay, I want to see all of the lectures in which the market make buy model was discussed. Then you select the market maker buy model tag. And what you can do then is search for all of those lectures and study them. This is a great tool because when the content is going to get shared with you guys in around 3 to 4 months after being live, I believe that the platform is going to consist of already many videos. So it's easy to be lost inside of all of that content. So this is how we're protecting ourselves from that and how you can hopefully find a structured manner by studying our content. The trade breakdowns that will be shared will also be in video format. It's important to note that the trade breakdowns might be separate videos, but most of the times I would try to add them to the already existing lectures of the daily reviews or midweek reviews, so called, and the weekend reviews. The markets that we will focus on are the dollar index, and for Forex, Euro/GU, and of course the index futures being ES, the E-mini S&P, and the Nasdaq futures. I want to say to you guys, however, that whenever you feel like a market is of interest to you, so that means that if you are interested in gold or if you're interested in crypto, for example, all you have to do is let us know through our support button, and we will pick a few asset classes as well to add to the reviews, to the weekend reviews to be precise. One thing I want to clarify, and that's the following. This will not be a signal service. I will not tell you where to buy or sell. I am not a financial advisor. In fact, everything I will share during this mentorship has to be considered as meant for educational and or entertainment purposes only. You have already agreed upon this while signing up, while signing our terms of services and agreeing with our privacy policy. So this is not something that has to be said again, but I find it important to still note, just because I do not want people to feel like they can just go out there, listen to my analysis, and therefore make investments or financial decisions based on that. No, that's not the goal. Because if that would be the goal, then this would not be a mentorship, it would be a signal service. And to my opinion, a signal service or subscribing to one is actually one of the worst things that you can do in terms of learning how to trade yourself. So you might be wondering what this watermark is that is visible on your screen while watching this video. That watermark is a reflection of your IP address to which you're looking at our content and your MAC address. This is a security measure that we have decided to take to prevent our content from being leaked. Content that gets leaked will be automatically flagged, and the user in question, the leaker so to say, will be banned without any room to dispute. It's as simple as that, and within this introduction lecture I've decided to say it so that it's loud and clear to everyone. The risk of leaking content is not worth getting banned, and in a few months you will probably reason about that and say, yes, that's totally true. The goal of this mentorship is to, of course, create independent thinkers, but it can only be done if you, as the observer, as the viewer, are listening. So that means listening to what I'm saying. And that does not mean that you should listen to me and also listen to many other people. No. Why not? Because that creates chaos in your mind. In order for me to mentor you in a proper manner, in a structured and organized manner, you gotta listen solely to what I say to you. And that means that I am going to share with you everything from the fundamentals to the advanced stuff. And the only way that I'm able to hopefully help you through the journey is by providing you the most valuable and most objective content possible in terms of, okay, this is where we're starting, this is what we're beginning with, and we're going to begin all the way with the perspective, with the required paradigm, and we're slowly going to build on top of that. Each lecture, each week, we're going to build on top of that. And that is my plan for December and January. December and January are usually slow months for the markets. So, how could we use that time in the most efficient manner possible? Well, to my opinion, or in my opinion, the best thing that we can do during that period is to say, okay, we know that the markets are slow. We're still going to analyze them, of course. We're still going to review them. We're still going to look at them and say, okay, is there anything to trade? But besides that, we're going to focus on, okay, let's get you to a higher level of understanding by saying, okay, this is what you need to study, this is for how long you have to study it, and this is how you should study it. So that means I'm going to give you theory and I'm going to share with you how you can test and study that theory in an organized manner, because that's the main goal. The goal is not just to watch a lecture and say to yourself, okay, now I understand this, so let's move on. No, what you should do is you should watch a lecture, study it, take notes, and then go into your own charts and see whether or not there's any validity behind the things that I'm saying. Some of you were, of course, members of the OTK, and you have already received plenty of gems from my side in terms of what there is to learn when it comes to reading these financial markets and trading based on top of them, on the demo account, of course. Limiting myself, not giving financial advice. But others are completely new to my educational content. You might have solely just seen the content out there on YouTube. And to be fair, that content is very valuable, don't get me wrong, but it goes way deeper than that. There's way more to learn than everything that was shared publicly. And the reason why there's way more to learn than everything that's shared publicly is because there are certain things that you just do not discuss in a public manner for safety purposes. And within this mentorship, the goal is not to spoon feed you. You will not be given everything just like that. Pay attention to details. Pay attention to the small little things, the subtle senses within the explanations. And I promise you that 1 year from now, everything will be different and you will be very grateful for having putting faith in me as Susie and in the ones that know. So I want to thank you for your trust, and it's time to transcend. Are you with us?